What up, what up, what up?
What up?
This is the Over Easy Podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm E.
Well, it's been a couple weeks since we've been on here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah,
Yes.
Happy Kwanzaa. Everything that we have going on, happy to everybody. But man, we haven't had a conversation in a couple weeks. Well, we've had conversations, but not recorded conversations, right?
Right. More enjoying family and stuff like that.
So how was the holidays?
Good. My dad came down I went and got him for Christmas, and he left right before New Year's.
All right.
It was good. He stayed for about a week and change.
Nothing funny going on in these last couple weeks?
No.
Nothing?
My dad's car got shot.
Wait. It's funny in a sense, but it's not. Your dad's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So what happened was my sister borrowed my dad's car since he was out. My dad has two cars.
Hey, too.
He has a truck and a car. So his Lexus. He let my sister borrow the car for the weekend since he was going to be gone for the week. She wanted to ride around in it. And apparently in her neighborhood, some kids wanted to come by. And I guess that from the story I hear, they were looking for somebody and they couldn't find that person. So they decided that one of these cars has to be this person's car. So we're just going to shoot all 50 cars.
So they did all...
And make someone mad.
So before we get into the, I guess...
You weren't expecting this.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting. So nobody got hurt, right?
Nobody got hurt.
Okay, so we can get into the comical aspect of it, right?
Yeah,
so,
that's why I'm laughing.
All right, so they just said there's all these cars.
Yeah.
I guess it's a process by elimination, right?
Yeah.
So they say it's gotta be one of these cars. So we're just gonna start shooting up everything, right?
Yeah. We'll piss somebody off.
We're gonna get somebody.
Yeah.
So how many cars did they shoot?
I believe it was like 9 cars.
9 cars. Any big damage? Like your dad's car, how much damage was it to his?
He got 1 in the side window, 1 in the rear window, and 2 in the door. I don't remember which door, but 2 in the door.
I think insurance covers that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damages.
Yeah, but he has to pay his deductible.
So this was, what day was this? New Year's Day? Or
This was, I would say the day after Christmas.
So, okay, so the 26th. So, so now your dad has street cred. You can just drive around in the car with street cred.
Yeah.
I would keep the bullet hole myself.
Yeah.
Just to say I got street cred.
Yeah.
And so I'll drive around anywhere and be like,
Don't mess with me.
check it out.
Or you might have bullets. You might have bullets.
I got a bullet in the car. And you can see they went for my life.
Right.
Evidently, I would tell some, this is how I meet women.
Right,
And some ill stuff happened to me.
Instead of getting bullet holes in me.
I knew to duck.
I
ducked. I dived. I did everything I possibly could not to get a bullet hole. Now, that's how I would go about it. Because I think that would be a great story. Listen, I live a hard life.
Don't you see these bullet holes?
Like, it's just, I'm like a ninja.
You don't know what's going to happen tonight.
I'm a ninja. I somehow died. It was Matrix stuff. So,
if you want to live on the edge.
So your dad's actually using that story, right? Your dad's
I hope so.
Because I would. So if your dad ever needs to get rid of that car, tell him to keep the bullet holes I'll take it from him, keep the bullet holes, and
you'll make it good.
Meet women, all this stuff. So that is an interesting day after Christmas present, I guess, that he got.
Here's your Swiss cheese car back.
Oh, man. What kind of car was it?
It was a Lexus.
Oh, that's even worse.
460.
Oh.
A big boy.
Was he, so what was his reaction? Was he pissed, like really pissed, or was he just like,
I wasn't around for the initial reaction, but he didn't seem like he was made it. Because again, it's his other car, so he's not like stranded, so he's like, all right. And he couldn't really blame my sister. If it was an accident,
exactly.
She had gotten into
who would have thought you stopped at a place and everybody just, hey, these random people come up and start shooting?
Right.
We know it's one car.
Yeah.
But you know what? Fuck it. We're going to do all these cars because we don't know which car it was.
Right. So he couldn't call her careless or irresponsible or anything like that. He just had to be like, stuff happens. Police are investigating it. And hey, what can you do?
It's no supporting thing. Nobody got hurt. But at the same time, now your dad's got street cred.
Yeah.
And he goes wherever he goes and tells people, watch out, my car, look at it. survived that.
Yeah, there's bullet holes in it.
I survived that. So that was I guess an interesting event.
That was his Christmas.
Yeah. How was the New Year's?
Good. Can't complain. I'm just happy I made it to 2021. I get to say it's 2021, and we'll leave whatever we can leave in the 20s. I mean, Corona, we can't leave that.
Yeah, that's not ready yet. That's not.
We can't leave that. That came right on over with us.
That we tried to. They didn't magically.
And it brought some friends.
Yeah, I heard it came a little bit more.
You guys come on.
It's just, you know what? We know you guys are getting close to getting rid of us. We want to spread quicker.
Right,
so I guess they have a new variant and whatever.
Let me show you how to get here quicker. Come this way.
So they came with us. Hopefully, I guess, they're getting the vaccines or whatever quicker. I mean, they're taking a long time, but
it's supposed to be 20 million. There's only 2.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Trump administration's fuck up again.
What happened to Fast and Furious or Warp Speed or whatever they said it was called?
It was Warp Speed to get it ready, but they stopped it there and they said, let's just slow it down.
Slow the testing down.
Slow the vaccination. I guess here in Florida, 65 and older can get it.
So they couldn't, right? So that's
now they can. He switched it. The moron, the governor here, DeSantis, who's a jerk off, who pretty much wants herd immunity down here.
Yeah,
because he's not allowing counties to put in fines for mask mandates or anything. So there's only so much the counties can do.
Right.
Especially where we live down here in South Florida, which are the biggest counties. There's only so much you can do down here. People are spreading. You see a lot of tourists down here.
Yeah.
A lot. They were showing pictures of the beaches and stuff packed. So I've been kind of, once again, I'm still using my 2020 mindset in 2021 to avoid people at all costs.
I don't even want 2020 vision no more.
Yeah.
I want
2021. But hopefully in the next...
worst vision.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, my parents are a little elder. I'm sure your dad, your dad's in his 60s or 70s, right?
77.
So he can go get, you can make an appointment and get it, but now you have to wait till like February to get it done. Like you call all those places up because they don't have. It's not enough manpower, and the lines are too long.
Yeah, so I work with elderly, and also I saw on the news they were saying that for one, the lines are really long, but also Walgreens didn't have, I guess, the capacity or the people to be able to administer this.
Yeah, and then you have to have the refrigerators and all this stuff, and it's
and then the guy sabotaging.
Oh, in Wisconsin? No, it was Wisconsin. He threw out 500 doses. My hands are on my head right now being like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
He was a pharmacist, right?
Yeah. And then also there's an issue with some of them being expired.
Well, you can't hold them out too long, and some of them they've had to throw some away because they were out too long.
Yeah.
So you can't leave them out.
Right.
Like they need to be at a temperature. They need to get out of the refrigerator. They can only be out for such a period of time. It needs to be administered.
Right.
So this is going smooth. This vaccination process. It's going as smooth as smooth as it can possibly. I see Israel's already done 10% of their population.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do they do?
I guess they're being smart.
They just got the right person in charge.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, the guy who's doing the health thing, their president's an idiot, or prime minister's an idiot, Benjamin Netanyahu. But he's like a smarter Trump, which is scary. Trump with brains.
Right.
So so they're doing it correctly. We just can't seem to do anything. We only have 18 days left of this guy.
Right. Yeah.
They're trying to do every stunt possible in Congress.
And he's been coughing every day of those.
Oh, Trump's been coughing every day?
Yeah. Pretty much. So he's already pardoned all his friends.
No, there's still some more. He's probably going to pardon himself at anything. They try to pardon himself.
He's going to do whatever he can so he doesn't go to jail.
I mean, we should have came up with a top 10 list of what Trump has done and not done, like the worst things and the best things. I don't think we can come out with 10 things.
Oh, my gosh.
The number one thing is him leaving office is the best thing he's going to be doing.
Yeah, that's
the top 10, you got to go out the obvious, the Muslim ban, the immigration, calling countries shitholes, ordering pepper spray or the spray onto to protesters or own Americans and doing that. So there's been a bunch of things. Fletch
He's doing
thinks
a
he's
good
done.
job at rambling off. I just see him as one big mush.
So
I can't
one
separate.
number one list of just him. You can't.
Separate.
So we will go ahead and separate that.
Bad.
But yeah, so this administration will begin as it ends. Chaos, not knowing what they're doing as it's ending in a horrible thud.
Right.
With not knowing how to administer vaccines or not having the plan in place when you had months to do it.
Yeah. And he was bragging about how quick it's going to be done.
Yeah. But the problem is what are you doing to get it done?
Right.
What are you doing it in people's arms? And he doesn't even talk about COVID anymore because that's not real in his eyes.
And he's about to be out of here. So
just get him out. Get him
I'm not going to say anything for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll be out of here. I can join The Apprentice.
Hopefully they don't let him start that up again.
Oh, he is, because he isn't done talking.
I know, but I don't think we should give him the air.
He wants to get back on a network.
Oh, of course, he wants all that stuff.
And be able to talk about more about how it was rigged and how it's not fair and everything.
I think there will be certain venues for him to do that, but I don't think mainstream should be giving him the venues. I don't think he'd be able to go on to NBC and all these spots to have his own show anymore.
Yeah, or he could start a podcast. He starts a podcast.
He can't keep his thoughts going for more than 5 minutes, so he'd be rambling on to different sections of everything.
That might be entertaining.
I don't want to give him any airplay. I mean, he will get airplay just because he's a moron, and there's enough morons in here who listen to him and believe what he says.
If he were smart, he'd start a podcast.
Yeah, I'm not going to partake in that.
Because he can do everything he wants to do as far as
not give the idiot more ideas.
Spewing hatred and ignorance.
Yeah, I'm
and
good.
Get paid for it.
Yeah, they should just call
and then foster an army of followers that will listen to.
So what would you call the podcast? The Heat and Bleach podcast? Like, you said to put like a light.
Heat and Bleach podcast.
Like a heat light, a heat sensor in the body with bleach. So call it the Bleach podcast because he thinks that people can swallow bleach, inject bleach, and they'll be okay.
Ultraviolet bleach podcast.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll come up with names with that. Hey, that's a great. Email us what you think Trump's podcast should be called. Make it as funny as you can.
It should be the Orange Peel Effect.
Orange Peel Effect. Orange Theory already's got the gym, so they can't name the Orange Theory Effect.
Orange Peel.
Orange Peel Effect.
Yeah, because he's an orange head.
They call it tan lines.
Or whatever that is. Yeah. Orange headed. Orange Peel Effect.
The orangutan podcast.
You can go with that.
So, we'll have a bunch of names. Email us at Overeasy Podcast Network at gmail.com. Give us your funny names for the Loser in Chief's new podcast. So, let's get off of him because I don't want to ruin
out of here. We don't really want to bring him into 2021. He's only in 2021 for the next 19 days.
19 days. Well, it's 18, I think now. 18 days. We're going to count it down slowly. But surely it's been the longest day since he's lost. So we want to get that moving. What about? I know you've had this big thing about aliens.
Oh yeah,
I want to hear this. Sit back, and I'm sure the audience wants to hear about this aliens that you're talking about.
Well, so I don't know if you guys have been following the news. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff going on where people are dying, so it's hard to follow things like aliens, but. In 2020, the government has confirmed to the public that there are UFOs that have been here and taunting our military and flying circles around them and describing them as Tic Tacs and spears that have black square cubes inside of them and that can do all these different flying maneuvers that our technology can't do. And they've admitted this. They've shown videos. They've came out on press releases, and they're not denying that these things are out here. So what's fascinated me, though, because I'm fascinated by it, but what has fascinated me is the response that we've gotten. Like, everybody, it's been thought in the past that the government might have been shielding us from the existence of aliens because they thought that we can't handle it, or our reaction might be so crazy that we'll run around with our heads cut off. Then they go and tell us, and nobody bats an eye. Nobody says anything. People are like, yeah, so I got to go to work at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And then they're not even acknowledging that aliens could be beaming them up and they're like chasing stuff around. There's aliens here, man.
I haven't read any of this. I got to be honest with you. I didn't even look up because I wanted you to tell me the story. So I've kept myself quiet. So now I'm interested more and more. So there's aliens out there.
There's aliens. Ever since Bob Lazar got on Joe Rogan and Fraser, I forgot his name. Something Jesse Fraser, forgot his name.
So wait a minute. So the government actually came out with a press release?
Yeah.
And you've read this press release.
I've read it. I've seen the videos.
They've evaded our military, made them look like, what'd you say?
Like idiots.
Like idiots. Well, they are aliens. You've watched Independence.
Yeah,
they beat us. Like, we had to come up with the computer program, So our Jeff Goldblum, we need to find our Jeff Goldblum from the movie to get him. So do you think there's aliens among us?
Well, they are among us because they're flying around our planes.
No. In human form.
Oh, well, see, that's the thing. Who knows what form they could be in?
I think I've met a couple
aliens. They said they saw triangle objects coming out of the ocean. They've seen these things hover just above the ocean and fly up at speeds that
I think I've come across aliens before, like in human form. I know a couple that I work with right now.
You might.
But they might be too dumb.
Yeah, they're not as far as inclined.
You think you have come like in human form?
I don't know. I definitely believe I've come across people that I don't know, angelic maybe, or like that you wonder after you've encountered them.
There's something off?
No, that their purpose is done. Like they disappear. Like they're gone. Like they just needed to, you just had to have that interaction. They walked that way. And it just seems like they were only here for that interaction.
Okay.
I felt like that a few times.
So who do you think?
But not.
Who do you think?
Not alien.
Who do you think is this alien? So like, I would write down maybe Kanye's an alien.
I hope they don't look like humans because I want to be able to see.
No, I think Kanye's an alien.
You think Kanye?
Like if we can say certain people and stuff, Elon Musk is an alien. Elon Musk is an alien, right? That has to be.
He probably is.
There is.
He would at the very least be an alien liaison.
Oh, okay. So
he's when he's talking to them, he's like, "Hey,
he's their consigliere, like they do in the movies, right? Yeah.
We're building these rockets. I'm gonna need some fuel for these things." And they're like, "Give us some data on your humans, and we'll give you some fuel."
No, there's no doubt about it. Kanye and Elon Musk are aliens. That's just facts now, people on this show.
Yeah.
They're aliens.
Then I would say Will Smith is. Because he tried to pretend like he was Men in Black. That means he's an alien.
So you think he was playing the whole time?
Yeah.
And he's actually an alien.
Exactly. Right. He's trying to be like, I wouldn't be an alien, right? Because I'm the alien.
It's the greatest play, right? That's the old trick in the book. I'm never being an
alien. That's why Jada had to mess around with August because Will doesn't have what humans have.
Which is
he's an alien. So he's like, all right, I gotta go elsewhere. Who else would be an alien?
Yeah, I mean, who else could? Dennis Rodman was always because they called him the Worm,
Definitely an alien.
An alien. Dennis
Lil Wayne's an alien.
Yeah, that's tough to say. But who would be like? I think we're saying obvious aliens though, like obvious, like. Definite. Obvious.
Oprah?
No, not Oprah.
Oprah's an alien. Stedman's an alien.
Because we don't see Stedman that much, right? So
then he's probably the alien. He's probably controlling Oprah. That's what it is. All of these relationships where it's like weird dynamics. Where we
need to have an alien expert on here. Like who's actually.
I'm almost an expert.
All right, so we'll go to you for any
I got to watch a few more YouTube videos and I'll be.
All right, so from now on, like I have questions, the audience have questions. We're going to go to you. You're going to be our alien czar.
I'm letting you know all the updates. I'm letting you know everything about it.
So I think we got to.
I'm watching out for them. I feel like I'm very worried about aliens and no one else is.
So I think we have to have a new segment. The alien czar answers questions that people might have, something that we're going to have to work on this. So, like, people have questions about aliens. They think they've had a sighting.
Yeah.
They go to you, Ernesto, the czar.
Yeah.
We got to get you a whole shindig or whatever, a hat.
Something.
Like
a triangle hat.
Yeah. We're going to work on that because I think think that's something this podcast, the people want. The podcast needs
They
this.
want it. But think about it. So they have admitted it that there's aliens around, right?
Okay.
But what is it going to take for us to really start flipping our shit? So it's going to take for us to see a real alien walking down the street, zapping shit. And then we'll be like, I'm looking for the reaction from the movies where people go crazy
I think
and
they
run
sent
around.
the message to you already. They shot up your dad's car.
Aliens.
That is something. That is.
But they would have used lasers, not
maybe
bullets.
it was they didn't want to be.
I'm looking for the laser shooting.
Yeah, but they want to be. They want to be incognito.
Telepathy talking, telekinetic moving.
Okay.
Aliens.
Did anybody see these quote unquote kids that shot?
Now, I thought you were talking about aliens.
No, your dad's car. Because now I'm getting into something else.
Well, they've done an investigation. Last I heard, my dad said the police had a video from surveillance cameras around the area. So I would imagine that they might have footage of it, but might not be releasing because when they know something, they don't release.
Okay, so the government took forever to release these videos.
That's what I'm saying. The government knew, and then they studied it enough to release a little bit and say, okay, so we'll tell you about the vehicles that they're in. We're not going to tell you about what they look like and who's in our basement.
Okay, so
we'll tell you about the Honda Civics they shot.
So your dad's car getting shot up. They're not releasing it. I know it's protocols or whatever. Do you think that they see something on there that possibly could, that they don't want to scare the public?
Probably.
So now we need to get on this alien investigation for real.
Probably, but just know, all you need to know right now is they're here. Or I don't know if they stayed, but they came.
But there's some great fireworks here.
The government admitted it, and we'll go from there. You've
seen Mars Attacks, right?
Yeah.
That's how I picture aliens.
That's how I picture it. I picture that we need to start.
I mean, they took over everybody.
And the last thing is the government has already created a task force for space. So there's going to be a separate law enforcement for space.
What?
And then I'm just telling you what the government's doing.
Right.
The government has already talked about that they're creating a space task force to be able to conduct ourselves and regulate what's going on in space, because there's shit going on up there. And we're down here talking about Travis Scott McDonald meals and
I'm still confused over that.
Coronavirus and different shit. When there's a whole galaxy war that we need the Avengers for going on out there.
All right, well, we're going to continue this alien talk at some point in the future with our SAR.
No, it's that kind of response right there that I'm talking about.
No, I'm not saying it.
Hey, knock over a bottle of water or something over this.
No.
We got to be open.
This is going to be a segment on our show where we talk to the SAR, which is you, to the SAR, and we're going to continue this conversation and ask you questions, man. You are the guy for us.
Yeah, our lives are changed.
Huh?
Our lives are changed.
I mean, it's changed evidently.
It's different.
I mean, you're going to be our reporter on this.
Now when you walk out, you got to look up. It could be an alien ship above your head.
All right, so you're our reporter on this now. So, I mean, we have breaking
now I got
news.
More responsibilities.
I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, this is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to definitely get back to the aliens.
Yeah, so if you guys want to get updated on all of your alien news, if stuff breaks out and you need to know where to meet up or you need to know what they're saying.
We're really
come to the Over Easy Podcast Network.
We're really doing this today with aliens.
Yeah, hey, we got to do it. It's our responsibility to the public.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, we're going to keep you up to date on everything that's going on in the universe. Hey, man, I got my stimulus check the other day.
Are you stimulated? Pause. I should have said that.
Yeah, that's not this podcast.
Yeah. I meant, where you happy?
I mean, anytime you get money, I guess you're happy. But $600 didn't bring the grin to
Did
my
it change your life?
Yeah, I had a conversation with a friend yesterday. It's not so much me. I don't really need the $600 per se.
$600 is enough to just like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to go to Walmart and spend all of this because
I was trying to say, what can you buy? And we're not making light of the situation because I find it reprehensible that they think $600 is good for a family or an individual for a month.
I make fun of it because first of all, they're giving us the $600 because they feel like we need it because we're behind in a bunch of bills and stuff.
$600, you'll get.
What bill are you paying that $600 is going to take care of stuff?
Yeah,
your phone bill, your cell phone bill.
Yeah.
so not your car, not your rent, any of that shit. You're still gonna. $600. I know they won't even accept partial payments. Yeah. So you gotta pay something else.
So yeah, I know that they stopped the moratorium on throwing people out of the house. I think that they extended that, but still, $600. You have, like you said, phone bill, food, unless you're going to food banks. But some people these food banks are what they are. People don't want to continue to go to food banks. Give them money so they can go to supermarkets. I mean, they should at least done $2,000.
Yeah, because then when you get $2,000, you're like, oh, I can pay 1 month's rent.
Yeah,
you tend to do something more responsible.
$600.
You give me $200, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go to Wawa.
Damn. Think about.
I'm just gonna go to Wawa and buy a bunch of sandwiches and body armor.
You think about gas, food, electric, phone bill.
Yeah,
that's almost $600. Probably right there in a month.
There. And you're behind in all that.
Exactly. So you're only going to pay off. You're paying off your late charges pretty much.
Yeah.
Let me just pay off the late charges till I accumulate more late charges.
Or do I go to Walmart, buy a 70-inch screen TV, and keep those late charges a rolling? Because
I think they said
I have more fun. I'd be more happy.
I think they said everybody in Congress makes $172,000.
Oh wow.
$172,000.
It's not bad.
It's not bad they get their own places when they're there. Because they don't just stay in Washington D.C., but when they stay there, they live there, so they have apartments,
right?
And then they go back to their own residences in their state, their respective states, or if your respective districts.
Mm-hmm.
So they get their insurance. Their insurance doesn't lapse,
right?
So they're making $172,000 a year, plus I suspect they get government housing because they're part of. They live there, right? So they have to be in Washington, D.C.
Or at least they can comp their hotel stay.
Yeah, exactly. So they stay there in session and stuff. So they're not paying for any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So they can only muster up. People are like, we don't want to sell our future. One of these senators, I think one of the jerk-offs that are voting to appeal the Electoral College.
Mm-hmm.
I think his name is Josh Hawley. He's the senator of Missouri, Republican senator.
Mm-hmm.
And Ron Johnson. I think they're both, not Josh Hawley, Ron Johnson, who's into conspiracy theories with Trump. He's a Republican senator. Mm-hmm. And he said he doesn't want to sell the children's future of this country by giving the American people money. A bigger stimulus check. He doesn't believe in giving them money because it'll increase our debt. Which, if you remember, they gave out tax cuts, which increased America's debt for the wealthy.
Right. Yeah.
They gave money to the wealthy.
You'll increase our debt for your segment of people, but you won't increase our debt. You want us to increase our individual debt on the lower end of people.
Yes, because there's the haves and have-nots.
Yeah.
And
instead of us up here helping you guys by giving you something to throw towards your debt, we're going to give you nothing. And you guys give us money.
Yes. We're paying your salaries to tell us that we can't get our money because people are literally dying from hunger in these streets out here.
And we're not even getting them out of debt. We're just giving them more money to put in their pockets.
Yeah, exactly. So we continuously, and they vote how they want to vote and everything. We give them that power to vote how they want to vote, and we keep them in office. Right. And the system is totally fucked.
Right.
$600.
Yeah.
$600 for a normal human being, an adult human being. Not even to say family. You get $600 per per child, which is a laughable just to get $600 per child.
Right.
School lunches, whatever it could be, daycare.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Entertainment for the kids.
That's why I'm always like, what are we happy about this for? $600 is they're laughing at us with $600.
I see all these other countries.
$600 is an insult.
Yes, all these other countries, Europe. I think a lot of the countries in Europe pay 100% of what the person made.
Yeah, that's what it should be like.
And I think Canada's 75%.
Yeah, even when we bail out the businesses, the purpose of the bailing out the businesses is to keep them operational, right?
Yes.
So that people can keep their jobs and stuff. So what I would think that would happen is we just pay the payroll.
That's
it.
Government's there for extreme measures.
Yeah, let's just keep the payroll. Don't give them $2 billion for whatever and make them responsible of paying the payroll.
Well, I mean, a lot of it has. Some of it needs
CEOs and shareholders.
Some of it, yeah, the $2 billion. Well, yeah, the $2 billion
just
doesn't.
Say, hey, tell us what your payroll is this week.
Yeah,
it's the X amount. Keep your workers.
Agreed on that function. But there is some good stuff in the bill where you have to, which you need to give money to the states so they can actually, which they fought over giving out the rollout, the vaccine rollout, because there's not enough people down. Evidently, we don't have the manpower to do the vaccines. Right. So that is a good thing where local governments need the money for the vaccine rollouts. But agreed with you, money should not be going to CEOs of the company. They should be somehow getting into the hands of the people that actually work, not the upper echelon that make over $100,000 or whatever you want to call capping on.
$100 million.
Exactly.
Now because you bailed out their company, they get an extra $50 million.
Because all they are buybacks. They all these things. It was a couple of years when they did the tax breaks. All they did was give bonuses to the employees and then fired them. A lot of these companies fired them. I think AT&T had something where they gave them a little bit and then that was it. So at the end of the year, they give you these bonuses. They don't either they don't give you raises. Right. Or they'll fire you in the end. It's kind of like a settlement, get you out of here.
Yeah, they're doing what the bare minimum so they don't go to jail for taking the money.
So there needs to be some kind of commission on that, I believe, regardless. But this country is set on inequities as we are. We've covered this millions of times. But to think that somebody can live on $600, just think about it in your own, even if you make a bunch of money, even if you don't agree with us on a political standpoint or my political, or whatever. Right. Just think about how in the hell can you tell somebody for your month we're going to give you they haven't given us money since when? April?
Yeah.
And that was $1,200. All
right, here's the second round.
6 months later, 7 months later,
$600. And then so what? 6 months from now they're going to be like, we're going to give you $300, everybody. Yeah. Get ready in your bank accounts, everybody. Now here's the $3. Go and prosper.
Then when unemployment, unemployment is a joke because they cap you off of what you're allowed unemployment. So anyway, people should be allowed to make enough money for unemployment. But just say you've lost the job where you're making $50,000 a year, right? Unemployment only covers a little bit of that, right? So you'll get say you made $700. They cap you up in the state of Florida. I think it's like $300 or something. $300. You can't live off of that a week or whatever. Right. It's something, I guess, but you can't live off of that for a week. And I guess they're pushing you to go get a job, but sometimes, like now, the market's not out there. Unemployment is little, and you're getting nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm surprised I found a job. That was blessings of God.
Yes. But, so I heard somebody that I know, could have been a family member, who I don't agree with. She said, I don't know how come people, at the beginning of the coronavirus outbreak, I don't know how people couldn't. Why are they shutting down everything? I don't know how people couldn't save 3 months worth of 3 months worth of rent money so they can live for 3 months. Okay, people don't make enough to begin with.
Right.
People don't have the luxury of whatever their upbringing was, their circumstances. Their social their economics, where they live. They just don't have. They don't have exactly. They don't have all the same opportunities that other people have.
Right.
So I'm floored when people say that. All you got to do is save for 3 months and you'll be fine. Right. Who can save for 3 months?
First of all,
kids. Once we just went down, you have kids. You have your finances, whether it be rent, food, electric, car payment, gas.
Yeah.
What? How on
And
earth?
say you do have enough for 3 months, but we've been dealing with this for a year.
Yeah.
So now the question is, who saved a year's worth of bills? Nobody, except for rich people who just have the money.
And are printing money like the Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. No one's like, oh, I'm good for the next 3 years. I saved enough for my rent for 3 years. Or a year, or 6 months, or 3 months.
It's not reasonable to ask people to do that when they can't do it.
Right. Yeah.
So let me save for my kids. I'm going to save money. We're not going to pay anything, and the kids aren't going to eat this month.
Right.
That's 1 month of rent I saved, right? So kids are going to go hungry the whole month.
Yeah. Everybody can't be millionaires.
So that's how I'm going to save money. I'm not going to pay any of my bills.
Yeah.
That's how you can save money. That's some of the thoughts that people want you to go over.
Yeah, live the way you're living now so that you can save for 3 months.
So it was a family member I was greatly disappointed in with this conversation, with this opinion, who luckily doesn't speak what my family represents, but this family member is off of the plantation, I believe. But not off of the mental. Right. So it is ridiculous that people think that you could definitely save 3 months worth of rent and you'll be okay. Yeah. But I don't have that money to begin with. I can barely pay my bills now.
Right. People living paycheck to paycheck, man. So 3 months is like crazy.
So yeah, that was definitely I guess I wasn't grateful for the $600.
Right.
I didn't feel like I should be happy about the $600 in the sense of, oh, great. No, right, you owe me that money. I put money into the system.
Right. It's
all right?
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't want the $600, but it's like you owe me. Not you owe me, but if you want to be looked at as doing a good gesture for your citizens, then you should give them a bigger gesture. You should give them a gesture that's going to take care of the situation. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be $600, but it has to be something that's going to do something for them, so that they can be like, "Thank you, I got somebody off of my back," like the renter or the landlord or whoever it is, the lights people or whoever it is. But
well, I know a lot of Republicans don't like government involved. That's one of their things, but they love tax cuts. So government gets involved on tax cuts.
Right.
So this is what government's here for.
Yeah.
Like, if there wasn't somebody, then we should just be a free society of how to make money and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because you're not there to help people out. You're fighting over money. We print money like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're over here fighting.
Yeah.
We have so many other things we can get rid of. This defense spending. The funniest thing to me is they talk about every year it's the same thing. We need to spend more money on our military.
Right.
I agree to spend more money on your military if it's giving raises to the military,
right,
to the members of the military.
And the veterans.
If you look at in the veterans, exactly. If you look at how strong our military is, the next 10 countries don't come close to the budget that we spend. The next 10 most powerful militaries don't come close to the budget we spend on our military.
Right.
But we continue to do this thing where we keep on pouring money into our military.
Right.
And saying, that's in the flag, wrapped in the flag.
Yeah.
That makes you American. And we're going to continue to pour in money to the strongest military by far already.
Right.
But this is what they do. We need to continue to make weapons after weapons.
It's because that's how they pay these people on the side.
But, the contractors and all these things.
Contracting
it has nothing to do about the military members.
No, it's how they launder money.
Because
it's money laundering.
Yeah, exactly. They still have, because
people who are in control that want to illegally shift money for favors and different things say, okay, you did this for me, I'll tell you how I'm going to pay you $10 million. You now own a weapons contracting company, and you're going to build this. I'm going to give you a contract for $10 million. For $12 million. You're going to actually build something, but $10 million is for you that I owe you. Money laundering.
Listen.
That's what the hood would do. Like, if you were a drug dealer, you would go you'd fund someone to open a pizza shop and then say, well, you owe me $1 million a year. You're going to make $2 million. But that's my way of paying you, and it's laundered through whatever establishment I open up or fund.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right.
It's just that they're allowed to do it.
Well, like we said, we're going to keep on covering these. We're going to keep on covering these inequities. I feel like we want to use our voice in a lot of ways, joking matters, serious matters, whatever we can,
Mm-hmm.
But these are big deals for us. This is our community, in general, and we need to say what we need to say all the time. Like these are just things that need to be said, and we're going to continue to push these causes, and hopefully we'll push them as we get bigger on a louder voice. And as our voice gets bigger, our podcast gets bigger. Mm-hmm. We're going to continue to do this on a bigger scale with the help of you guys. And, we want to know about things that go out there. So if you have any stories of things that you find not right or whatever, you give us and we'll shout it out.
Yeah.
And, we want to make a difference, and that's what our plan is too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I hate to make this hard out, but there was an interesting thing I found out about Ernesto. You were karate.
Oh, yeah, man.
All right, so this fascinates me. I'm sorry, guys, for making this intro out. We're not the most on-time podcast yet, but we're getting there. But screw this. I got to know about this karate thing.
Oh, man, yeah, I definitely am a big karate buff. I have done karate since I was a kid, since I was 5. Did karate. Became a second-degree black belt by the time I got 14. And been studying karate, all different types of styles since then, from Jeet Kune Do to Wing Chun to kickboxing to regular traditional boxing to Kali sticks with a lot of weapon stuff, knife fighting, nunchucks, bow staff, the traditional stuff, swords.
So,
I just love the art. So
you're like a ninja.
Martial arts.
You're like a ninja.
I'm like a ninja.
So you're a ninja. All right. So let me let people. I've never seen. Like I said, we've spoken about on prior podcasts. I don't see Ernesto angry. He's like a big teddy bear. One of the nicest people in the world you ever meet. But have you ever had to use this karate on people?
I have. I've had to use it. Yes.
I mean, not in an event. I'm talking about on somebody that was threatening you.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to say. Yes, but never someone who was threatening me per se. It was usually on behalf of someone else. Meaning that the times that I've used it was because like my friend's getting jumped and I have to help them or something like that. So never somebody who wanted to come to me and fight.
Okay, but you had to use it in a sense of helping somebody or whatever. In a sense where you had to use it outside of a dojo, whatever you guys call it or whatever. Yeah. I'm thinking of Karate Kid right now. My mind is going. So you were like Mr. Miyagi to somebody, or you were like, "Get out the way, Daniel's son," everything. So you kick somebody's ass. So what'd you have to use? Like what kind of?
It wasn't any weapons involved, just hand to hand.
All right, I had imagination. It was a sword.
No. Now I have been sliced by a ninja sword.
What? Whoa. Sorry, this is topic. What do you mean sliced by a ninja sword?
Yeah, I've been chopped by a ninja sword.
By who?
So look, you see right here on my leg. This is from a ninja sword. It actually went like this. It was about this long.
Okay, when we get we're gonna get this on our Instagram. When we get the Instagram up.
Yeah.
We need people to see this. We have an actual ninja, which I didn't know, sitting by us. And he has a ninja cut, like from being I'm going to go with the story. I know you probably didn't, but he got attacked by a ninja, people. This is what I'm going with.
Yeah.
So what happened? Why'd you get sliced with was this in a, like, what happened? I have so many questions.
Walking through the woods, you hear
what? You're walking through the woods.
You hear something.
Some next level shit.
And then you think you see something in your peripheral, but then you realize there's like a ninja behind a tree, and then he flips out, slicing it.
Okay, so what happened? I was really getting into this.
No, man. So besides myself, a lot of my friends love martial arts and was into it. Not all of them took karate.
So you guys are like Johnny from Karate Kid, the whole gang. You guys were.
I was more the karate.
Cobra Kai. You were Cobra Kai.
Kinda, but it was more like me and my other friend's brother named Nico.
But you guys weren't kicking people's asses. You weren't like like you guys were nice people, or you Cobra Kai, like they kick
we
people.
were nice.
Oh, so you were like
nice guys.
the Miyagi Dojo.
Yeah,
Okay. So let's go. I'm sorry, I'm getting totally into this.
We would kick each other's asses.
Oh, okay.
So that we were good when we get out into the
Okay,
boat.
so now your leg is sliced. What happened? All right, let's get back to this.
Okay, so my like I said, my friends, we were all into it. My friend's brother, we call him Ninja Nico. I call him my little brother because we were the two people who took actual karate and we would practice actual.
So did you have a nickname?
Me and him would spar. He cracked one of my teeth because we were bare fisted.
Do you have a nickname? Because you called him Ninja Nico.
No, they just said called Ninja.
All right, so we need to figure out a nickname. So, okay, so we're going to get back to the story, but I just want everybody, if you have a nickname for Ernesto, his ninja nickname, we need to come up with one. We're going to stick with that. Anytime he gets into that ninja mode, that's what we're going to call him from now on.
Yeah.
And we need to build on this right now because we got a real life ninja next to us. But go ahead, finish it.
So anyway, so it was at his house, Ninja Nico's house. My other friend Sam, he had Ninja Nico's sword because he had his sword. He has a bunch of swords.
Okay.
I have swords. We have weapons. And they're real. They're the real. They're
you have
sharp.
A sword right now? Do you still have a sword?
Yes.
Okay.
I got two of them.
This is great. I'm like a little kid listening to this.
So anyway, he had his sword and he was taunting me because we fight. Like I said, we fight each other.
Okay.
Like they would. A lot of times, I would let them gang up on me because I could handle multiple people at a time. So in order for me to practice, I would give myself handicaps and let them attack me and stuff. But anyway. So this time he had his sword, and I wasn't at the time playing or doing anything. I was sitting on the couch, and he was like, "Yeah, so now what?" Because me and him had this rivalry where we're always like fight, even to say hi.
Fight even to say hi. This is a ninja thing.
Hey,
okay.
How you doing? Let's fight. Boom, boom, boom. So that's how we do sometimes. But anyway, he had the sword. He had it out, he had it at my leg. And he was like, say something now. Do something. If you kick me or do anything right now, I'm going to slice your leg, right?
These are great friends.
I'm holding it because
this is great.
Imagine the sword.
Yeah, this is great friends right now.
Here.
Yeah.
And so me being fearless, because I don't care, I was like, I looked at him and I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I kicked at him. And sure enough, he whacked my leg. And then he was like...
But he didn't realize what was going to happen. You do bleed.
Well, he did realize it after it happened because my leg was filleted open.
Oh!
Like this.
Oh, wow. Well, so you're gushing there with blood, right? Coming out?
Not immediately, like 20 seconds later. So for the first 20 seconds, you could...
You're in shock, right? A little bit?
Not really. Well, I didn't look. I was like... I said, Sam, if you cut my leg, I know something. I didn't even look. I was just like, you. So then by the time I looked down, it's still filleted open and there's still no blood. You could like see the layers of skin. You could see the bone. You could like have a science class and point out the layers of the tissue. And then after about 5 seconds of staring at it, then all the blood started rushing in and everything. And so I kicked at him. He did that. And then I think he put the thing down. Anyway,
you didn't want to kick his ass?
Not at that time because I know that he didn't really mean to.
All right, so
he did.
Are you on
mean
ninja
to.
Focus right now?
He did mean to, but he's also my friend. So
Okay.
Can't, like,
I've never had a friend cut me open before either.
Right.
So, like, are you on ninja Focus right now because you're all cut
like
open?
I could tell by the look on his face that it wasn't what he wanted.
So
So if he would have had to look like, yeah, you saw I did that, I'll do it again.
I think it's pretty.
Then we would have been fighting.
I mean, listen, I've never had a friend put a sword on my leg before. Never have I been.
Like, I'll tell you, this is from a knife fight, and we were fighting,
Ernesto,
and I kept fighting after that one.
What was the knife?
It was Ninja Nico's brother.
So you're just having random knife fights with people?
Well, that's what I said. We would fight each other.
But with weapons?
With weapons and stuff.
This is it.
Yeah, with guns. Well, not real guns. Well, he would pull out real guns, but we would shoot each other with BB guns.
Yeah, this is very bizarre, but it's
like
taking
point blank range. Like he'd pull out, put it on my stomach, say, "Don't move." If I move,
so
he'd shoot me.
Is there any way we can get Ninja Nico on here?
Yes, he would love to come on the podcast.
I need to get Ninja Nico on here because I got to hear his side.
He actually has a comic book that he's writing called Ninja Nico, illustrating and everything.
And he illustrates it himself?
No, he has an illustrator.
Perfect.
Yeah, but he writes the storyline and everything.
So you're gushing. What was the byproduct? You got to get stitches?
Well, no. So what I did is
you're a surgeon too. I mean,
yeah. This is a funny story. Funny that we're telling it on the podcast. So we were in high school, by the way, when this happened.
Yeah, we just hang out with swords. We play with swords.
Yeah, and so there was a party that night, right? And so what I did is I knew and I'm rubbing this right now, and I can feel the indentation from the slice still in the cut. But anyway, I knew that from going to the hospital multiple times in my life, that it's about a 4-hour deal going to the hospital.
Yeah, you got to sign in multiple times in your life. So we're going to get into why multiple times.
Yeah. 4 hours.
4 hours
like,
for you.
If I go to the hospital tonight, I'm missing the party. I'm like, I'm not missing this party. So what I did is I limped into Winn-Dixie, walked to the Band-Aid aisle, and guess who I see on the Band-Aid aisle? His dad. Randomly. The guy who sliced my leg open, filleted my leg open.
Wait, his dad?
His dad was randomly in Winn-Dixie on the Band-Aid aisle.
Is he a ninja too?
No, but I walk in and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, thinking, should I snitch on his son right now?
It's a tough call.
And I was like,
does he want to go to the party too, Nico?
No, Sam's the one who cut me.
Oh, Sam.
Yes, he wants to go to the party too.
All right, so you can't call out Sam.
So I was like, "Oh, it just had an accident. I got to get some Band-Aids." He's like, "Oh, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's all right." So I just kind of get the Band-Aids. I go back to the house. I wrap my leg up and gauze it and all kinds of things. And then I go to the party and dance and everything and have a good time.
And you're not in pain in any of this?
I mean, not a lot of pain, no.
And you're not bleeding still or anything?
Probably, but I wrapped it so much with gauze and bandages that I had to make it to where it wasn't blood visible or going down my leg.
So that's dedication. That's straight dedication.
I didn't take any Tylenol or any painkillers.
So
or anything like
that is big time dedication to get to a party.
Yeah. And
I don't know if I've done anything dedicated that much in life to get anywhere.
Yeah.
But you literally got sliced open by a sword.
And I nursed my wounds for weeks until it covered up, and now you can still feel.
You think there's a piece of it in there?
Well, you can still feel the divot.
Yeah, I don't know if that's normal.
You can almost still see it.
Let's not try to open it back up. This is
but,
so.
Yeah.
So we have stumbled on a great thing. We are going to continue these stories, not today, but I'm sure there's more stories.
Yeah.
With the Ninja Warrior himself, Ernesto.
Yeah,
remember, send us in emails what you want. We call Ernesto his ninja name.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about these stories. We got to go to a different spot because the ninja of Ernesto needs to come out. We don't want Ernesto the teddy bear. We want Ernesto the ninja when he's telling these stories.
I think to your point, why I'm so happy, because I'd rather be happy than to be in ninja mode.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to this. We're gonna get him to this ninja mode at some point.
Just be happy. And
yes, happy. But this is. We're gonna continue with this on maybe the next podcast. We're gonna definitely find out more about ninja.
Story every podcast.
So this is groundbreaking on this podcast. So we found out that Ernesto was a ninja. I just knew he told me he was a black belt, but now I find out he was an actual ninja. Yeah. This has got to break some. I don't know too many ninjas that have a podcast.
Black backflips and stuff. And also to be a ninja, you got to have been sliced by a ninja sword.
Oh, great. I'm not ready for that part. You know. But so we definitely find out a lot of this. We were talking about aliens, and now we're talking about ninjas.
Yeah.
And this is some great stuff. Want to get to we're going to be closing up just about now for this episode, but we still have a lot of big things coming up.
Yes.
Holidays came up. We still have our 1 billion
yes, that's where I
listener.
thought you were going.
Yes.
1 billion subscribers.
Yes.
And we already have about 12, I think, last time.
Yeah, but that's that. It's
I forgot.
yeah.
But
it
you can
matter.
change that. The quicker you change that, the quicker that you share it, the quicker you subscribe, the quicker you comment, the quicker you like, the quicker you do all of those things, the quicker we get to 1 billion, the quicker you get the biggest prize winning giveaway ever on the internet.
And we are still going to have our merchandise be coming out. It's going to be coming out soon, and we're going to be meeting people very shortly.
Yes.
We're working on all that. I know it's been taking long.
Yeah.
But it's been taking a little longer than we wanted to.
Yes.
But we haven't forgot about any of that.
No.
We are eventually, hopefully, going to have a merch store up
Yes.
online, getting everything done. So all that stuff.
2021.
Yes.
It's going to be the new stuff.
So we're going to be coming. Well, the brand new stuff. The first of many new things coming out with the podcast.
Yes.
So we'll be getting out there soon. We'll have more information on that. But the most important thing is 1 billion listeners.
Yes.
We'll be getting. We want to get to that. We will get to that because
We have to
Ernesto
get
just
it
can't
first.
keep this in his house any longer.
Yeah, no. I can't live around this kind of stuff.
You know, it's
I have to
2021.
give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away
So
now.
be that 1 billion listener,
Yes.
or maybe you know somebody that will be that 1 billion listener.
Yeah.
So we do appreciate everything. Look forward to a great 2021 with us. Like
Yes.
I said, we've got some great things coming out. The meet and greets that we're going to be doing, the giveaways, and then the merch store and the merchandise will be given away as well.
Eventually, we're going to show our faces.
Yes, which is still on the top of the agenda. We just need to
Got
get
to
this.
get our setups together.
Yeah, the ninja in him is ready. The Ernesto in him, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
But go ahead, appreciate, like, subscribe, share, do everything that you usually do with us. We do appreciate you listening to us at the end of 2020, but let's make this better 2021, a new year, new things, fresh thoughts, fresh ideas. Everybody, come and stick with us. Enjoy the ride with us. We
Yes.
plan to be here for a while.
Make sure you comment down below.
Yes. Any
Talk to
ideas,
us.
email us, send us all thoughts you have, ideas, like we said. We look forward to this. We'll be back with you next Saturday. Appreciate it. This is Jason. I'm out.
It's E. I'm out.
Later.
Peace.